What most disappoints me about the whole affair, gentlemen, is virtually everything. When people come back for more, it makes me feel ignored. And I don't like to be ignored. I never have. Thank you, darling. You are becoming a real maîtresse de maison, aren't you? So, gentlemen?
It is simple, surely. You did not hit them hard enough.
You don't play snooker?
Such a large table for so small a game. Very English, I think.
I have decided upon an annual audit for that firm. Stock taking. They are competitors as long as they have stuff to sell. Am I right? So, we take them out once and for all.
That might get a heavy reaction, Charles. We could come unstuck.
I want them hit, Frank. I want them hit hard. We use a truck, heavy chassis and front bars. You go in through the street window. The moment you cut the ignition, it sets the timer going for what you have in the back. Then you'll have 3 minutes to get out and into the taxi, which is waiting there. Come on, Frank. It's our cab. Nobody's expecting you to tip the driver. It's all behind the computer terminals. Along the wall, rows and rows of it. Little compartments. More grass than the prairie. When all that burns, Frank, you are going to get the highest fireman in the metropolitan area.
The police don't like bombs. That's special branch territory now.
Are you telling me that you don't want to do it, Frank?
I didn't say that.
I misunderstood you then, did I?
What I said was... well, it won't be easy.
And you feel that matters?
No.
You've got 3 days to the end of the month. Should give you plenty of time.
Thank you. Come on. Thank you.
News at 6 o'clock. A bomb blast in London last night totally demolished 3 buildings. A lorry containing explosives was driven through the window of a travel agent's premises near Green Park. Police have ruled out terrorist involvement, and first reports indicate that there were no casualties. The biggest teachers' union...
Good morning.
Aye. You got that going for a go look again?
Don't knock it. See how it's turning?
We always have to get up so bloody early.
That's what summer mornings are for, haven't you heard?
How about winter ones?
They fit headlamps.
You think weather types have a lot of ups and downs?
Yes, please.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, probably.
I don't seem to mind much.
No.
Why not?
Because none of it'll ever really matter. Will it, old Chris? You fool!
Summer bronchioles are a terrible thing. Terrible. It's an area of complaint that totally dumbfounds your medical science. Summer bronchioles. Billy says I'm to call you Kevin. You're not a talker, are you, Kevin? Of course not. I can tell.
I don't say much, Mr. Roper.
I could tell that right away. $100 for the ferry. $100 for expenses. And this one for acting stum if you get lumbered. I keep it. On your behalf. Safe like. You're not a talker, are you, Kevin?
It's okay, Mr. Roper. Really?
Oh, I know it's okay. Oh, I know it's okay, all right. It's just on account of it being your first time.
We need a new tumble dryer, you see. There's another on the way. I've got 3 already.
3 tumble dryers?
2 girls and a boy.
Well, I suppose I better show you the nuts and bolts, like. Hungry, are you? Well, we had a canteen, but it fell over.
Proper shed it was. Lorry backed into it.
Do you know what my favourite is?
Oysters. You could bring me back some. Deauville, that's the best place for them.
Yeah, they're a real favourite of mine, Kevin.
Funny little buggers, but they're very tasty, though. What's under there, Kevin?
I don't know, Mr. Roper.
You have my permission to find out, lad. Just think of it as your very own rail link, eh?
Any chance of catching Harry Caines at home, do you think?
Probably.
What's he like in the mornings?
How would I know?
Just testing. Hey! So, you don't want to be the better half for a joint bank account then, eh?
I don't have to sign any more papers, surely.
No. No, but since I was down here, I thought I'd pop in and see them as soon as they were open and introduce myself, sort of thing, you know.
What's your account worth?
More than yours.
In that case, they open at 9:30.
And nobody feels a thing, you see, Kevin, lad? Just like going to the dentist. Now, why don't you go and sit in the office and wait for Bernard to finish, eh? Shouldn't be too long.
Wouldn't you like me to help, Mr. Roper?
No, lad. You're not here to help. Just to drive. That is best that way. Go on.
Sorry I can't offer you anything but coffee. I'm not really the breakfast type.
No problem. I'm the same.
Not till I leave the house, anyway. 10 minutes later, I could eat a horse.
Don't let Alyson hear you say that.
Milk and sugar, help yourself.
Thanks. There's a good chance I can get a firm lead this time round. They're landing the stuff this stretch of the coast. That we do now.
You need help?
No, not at the moment. I'm only watching.
You keep in touch, though?
Sure, yeah, if necessary.
How do you think they're doing it? From here out, I mean.
Anybody's guess. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't pretty straightforward. They've been at it some time and they're cocky enough not to spring too many surprises. They'll be landing the stuff in bulk, of course.
Flying it?
Better kept on the road, I would have thought. More flexible. Less hassle about change of routes. What I'd really like to know is what transport they're using.
Probably all be very obvious in the end.
A lot of experience behind that observation, Mr. Caines?
You don't want us to know, do you? This side of the fence. You prefer we were kept in the dark.
Oh, I It's not quite like that.
What is it like then?
Well, more a question of each to his own.
Really?
Just how many days of your working week do you actually get the feeling that your neck is on the line, eh?
It's kids wasting their lives and those bastards helping them. That's what I hate. Don't give much away, do you?
Didn't realise you were asking me anything, Mr. Caines.
My life's my own. It's damn well going to stay that way, OK?
What's left over being shared with me, you mean?
You wouldn't have come on the cruise even if you had been free. You're never available, on principle. Don't share if you can do it alone. Gospel according to St. Bloody Tom.
You have turns of phrase that could give finishing school a bad name. Hello? Oh, hello, Charles. Yes, perhaps. Well, that was kind of you to... Yes, she's here. Hold on. Charles Thieron.
Hello, Charles. Well, I think it was all the fresh air. Yes. Well, I think he's just a little late for work. Well, perhaps I had. Bye, Charles. Why is being embarrassed by you becoming a way of life for me? Can you tell me that?
I expect it's got something to do with the frequency with which you put other people's considerations above mine.
Oh, dear, is that what I do then?
I mean, where's my damn watch?
It's on the desk. Charles thought you sounded very odd.
Well, that's going to ruin my day, isn't it?
You don't want me to know anyone, do you? Not in any way that matters.
How does anyone get to know Charles Thieron in any way that matters?
Not everything can reduce to first impressions, you know.
Look, I'm not complaining.
That's how you complain, damn it. It's your pregnant silences, love. God, you make me sick.
Look, if you think I'm going to stand there and listen to you talking to that man...
The house, the car you drive, who would? You just quietly resent them. You've got what you wanted now. I've got to pay for it, literally, as it turns out.
All I ever wanted was a wife!
Then go and look for one, damn you! I'm sick of your voice, your job. They won't be expected to consider either one worth anything, and I'm sick of you. And I wish to God you'd get the hell out and find some other poor bitch to inflict yourself on. I've had it.
Silver Mercedes. Owner Charles Andrew Mallard. Foreign plates. Probably no tax paid. I haven't much on this afternoon.
Right.
It's a bit of a way out. Do you want me back?
Oh, I think we can spare you. Best take Bruce, though. People get funny about their car sometimes, especially when you insist on taking them away. Psychologists seem to think it's something to do with the gear lever. Never understood it myself. Saw Chris this morning, by the way. Full of the joys. He was telling me about this estate you both intend buying. Sounds too good to be true. What's the catch?
About 70,000 a year.
Oh. I hope it all works out well, Alyson. I mean that.
Thank you, sir.
Through all the euphoria, you won't forget about the job, though, will you? Wouldn't want to lose you.
By the way, Nigel, have you completed your overtime,
No, I'll bring it over later. Excuse me. Customs and Excise. Oh, hello.
Oh, don't go and sound like that on me, Nigel. You've got every right to be cross, I know, but really I'm only phoning to explain. Now, I can do that, can't I?
There's no need to explain. You obviously had something more important to do.
Yes, but not as you make it sound. I had the kids ill. They were throwing up all over the place, and by the time I got round to phoning you, it was too late. So here I am with a totally ruined Persian rug and an equally total apology. Now, I am forgiven, aren't I? I really think I should be, you know.
It didn't really matter all that much. I mean, it did at the time, but are they all right now, the kids?
At my mother's for the day, all of which is leading up to my making suitable amends. I have a sort of high tea with me, Straight from work. Tom has a lot of his paper things to catch up on, and...
Well, actually, I've got the afternoon off.
There we are, then. I rang on the right day, didn't I?
Shall I bring my racket?
Tennis and high tea. A lovely idea, Nigel. This afternoon, then?
That's your third one.
I like them.
So do I, but not after egg chips and beans. What are you carrying?
Same as everyone else. Refrigerated like.
Fish fingers.
No, nothing like that.
You meet a lot of blokes these days carrying fish fingers. I do. They're definitely up and up, fish fingers.
I'm not carrying anything like that.
Best Cumberland turf.
What?
Our lord. Best lawn turf. Some prat in Pinner.
One export manifest subordinates for the use of. Good day for checking seals, Nigel.
Go out, you mean?
The thought intoxicates, doesn't it? Still, it's only a stroll around the lorry park, so don't start thinking about expenses.
I've got the afternoon off.
This is a morning job, Nigel.
You didn't tell me you were going back today.
You made those sandwiches, Barhead. I like those sandwiches.
Still the drugs thing, isn't it? Well, gossip a bit, can't you? You're a rotten old fiancé at times.
A liar, too.
What?
My bank account wasn't as big as yours after all.
How much? Chris? How much more have I got than you?
£14.20.
Love you so much. Want you always to know that.
Does that mean I can have the last sandwich?
Oh.
Morning. Custom seal check. Would you mind lowering your tail lift, please?
I hear your book's reached the proof stage.
Galley proofs. You have to check they print what you've actually written. If you miss a mistake first time round, they charge you for altering it later.
Can't see you missing anything. You'd spot a mistake in the dark.
This business is keeping Chris on the move a bit, isn't it?
What have you heard?
No more than you, probably. It's under wraps, isn't it? ID work that way, whether it's necessary or not.
Oh, he's never serious with me, Chris, about his work. Side of him I never really know. It's odd. Both in the same game, after all.
They could have cut it, but the seal's been pinched at one end. The old wire could have been drilled out and the new end threaded through.
Or simply botched it quite legitimately, it happens. You realise what's involved, opening up?
Yes, sir.
This is a veterinary seal we're talking about. He would have left the abattoir like that. Now, if we turn the truck out, the French are not going to accept the consignment on health grounds. Problem number one. On top of that, we shall have the shipping agents down on our neck for the delay caused. MAF will have to supervise the resealing as it is. Frankly, taking it any further, he's going to bring chaos out of order. And it's a brave man that's going to stick his neck out. Now, what do you want to do? I know it's my decision. What I'm asking is what you would do.
I'd open up, sir.
And as far as the seal is concerned, you'd come down on the side of dodgy.
I'd say so, sir.
12 tons of the stuff. All boxed. Take a fair time to unload. Won't catch today's boat. Maybe not the morning. Okay, let's do it.
Hello, Frank. Charles Thieron. Yes, I heard. Oh, you did a marvelous job, Frank. Look, it was an accident. Nobody could have known. It can happen. All it means is that there is a spot of extra heat for a while. No, Frank, nobody's going to find a taxi. It will be scrapped in 24 hours, okay? Look, Frank. Everything is arranged. You've got your tickets. You take the night ferry. And everything is fixed at the other end. Okay? Yes, of course, Frank. Yes, you can. Anything you want.
It's all them kilos and stuff now, isn't it? Nothing weighs the same anymore.
You know what she said? You're really into people, aren't you? That's what she said, you know. You're really into people, Calvin.
Did you tell her how often?
She's a very psychic sort of girl, you know. Hold joss sticks and save the whale. Did you know we've got a third eye, Tom? Somewhere up here. Paddy says that when it's open, it gives you an entirely different view of the world.
She already needs contact lenses for the two she's got.
What the hell's up with you?
Well, there are times when I get tired of hearing about your love life.
You never minded before?
I was being polite.
Were you? Were you now? It seems to me there's more than just a little of the old extracurricular interest involved. No use blaming me if the conjugal bed isn't living
When
up.
are you going to learn to shut up? Sorry, Calvin. Just put it down to a lousy day.
My fault. Talk too much. Would you rather I listened? I have been known to manage it at times.
I'd bore you to death.
Of course you would. I didn't actually say I'd enjoy it, did I? Look, how about a drink when we finish tonight?
Well, one more day and this lot's going to collapse on top of me. Thanks anyway.
Okay.
What's he doing, do you think?
Is that him?
It'd have to be, wouldn't it? Not another one.
How's it going?
The agent's having kittens.
They're bait of kittens. He's not our problem.
It would be my first time, wouldn't it?
Nobody ever said you were supposed to win them all. It was the surveyor's decision anyway. Don't look so bloody responsible.
Well, I might have pulled it too hard.
That's what you're supposed to do. If it breaks, it's faulty, right? Have a nose round what they're doing.
Here we are, Gov.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Alyson Bentley, Customs and Excise. This is Mr. Tomlin.
1 minute. Thank you. I doubt if I can help you with anything.
Mr. Mallard, is it?
Yes.
The owner of this car?
Perhaps you confused me with someone else.
Do you own this car, Mr. Mallard?
Yes, I do.
In that case, we need to make a few inquiries. You bought this vehicle in Germany over 6 months ago?
I was resident there. It was all perfectly legal.
And now you're a permanent resident of the UK?
I have retired here.
When importing this vehicle, you came through the Green Channel. Did you pay any taxes, Mr. Mallard?
It was my understanding no taxes were due.
The situation now is this, you see. The law requires me to seize this vehicle till the taxes are paid. You don't have to say anything, but what you say may be given in evidence. You can appeal the seizure by writing to the commissioners within 1 calendar month.
That's impossible.
Mr. Mallard, we need to take your car away. I'm sorry, but there it is.
You don't understand, do you? I can't let you take it away.
It'll be returned the moment you pay the tax, sir. We don't want to keep it.
You want me to pay for my own car?
Technically, Mr. Mallard, it isn't your car. Not yet.
The answer is no.
We don't really want the police in on this, do we, Mr. Mallard?
I don't understand. Not really, I mean... What's the point in smuggling old railway lines?
You having me on, lad? It's your first time, is it?
You see, we need a new tumble dryer. I wouldn't have done it if I'd have known. Whatever it is.
Well, it's like this, Kevin. When we export meat, it qualifies for a rebate. Quite a lot of rebate, actually. All based on weight. But there's one catch. They like their weight to be the actual meat. Frozen railway lines do not qualify under EEC regulations. Not yet, anyway. Your truck was officially carrying about 10 grand's worth of boxed meat, most of which, we now know, would never have crossed the water. The gentle art of selling the same thing twice. Do you understand?
How do you mean?
Mr. Mallard, if you don't come out, we'll have to fetch the police. Bit silly, isn't it? They'll only go and put their grubby hands all over your nice, clean car.
I've been a Methodist all my life, sir. I know how to stand by my principles, thank you very much.
You're not going anywhere, you know. We have all the time it takes.
You've got to take a stand there, haven't you?
I know how you feel, Mr. Mallard. I do know. But if you don't come out, the police will come. I wouldn't want that for you. Now, let's make it easy for everyone. We're only talking about some taxes, do you, after all? We shouldn't have to fall out about it. What do you think?
You can tell by looking in the eyes, can't you? That's how you're trained.
Something like that.
I shall want a receipt, mind.
Your position will depend on the outcome of the investigation. As far as we're concerned, the truck is being detained. You'd better get onto the hire firm. They won't know anything about it. And get onto CIU too. The sooner they know, the better.
Right.
What about the money, though?
Well, that's not our concern.
Oh, you mean I can keep it?
Already told you our position.
But you see, we need a new tumble dryer.
This way, please.
Caines. Yes. Thank you.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Nigel.
I was early, actually.
Oh, you're always so nice to me.
Do you have any drink in? There's really not much to tell. It was a very short phone call. He was on his way back to London. The car was a write-off. It was very quick. I doubt if he even knew what was happening. That's all I know.
I want to go to London. I want to go to the flat.
I'll take you then.
I have to phone someone first. Thomas will need looking after. What was he doing? Chris, what was he really doing?
I'm not much good at half bullets, am I? That's my trouble.
They're a super pair of shorts, though, Nigel.
Where are we going?
Swimming. There's only the two of us here. Maid's day off, the kids are with my mother.
Haven't got any trunks.
Oh, dear. What are we going to do, then?
I realise I only work here, but where the hell is Caines?
Gone. Thought everyone had.
Yes, well, she's obviously suffering from shock, so I'm just sitting there. Yeah. Yes, we'll be here. Okay, see you soon. Fine. Bye-bye. That was an Adam Bellman. He's coming over. He worked with Chris.
I have to see to his parents. They're both pretty feeble. He was very fond of them. They won't understand.
Alyson, I want you to take off as much time as you need. All I ask is that you call in each day and let me know how you are, okay?
Thank you. You're not going, are you?
Not unless you want to be alone.
I'd rather you didn't go.
How about some coffee? I could do with some. I'll rummage around, see what I can find.
Be careful of his cupboards. He's terribly... Mr. Caines?
Harry, please.
I'm not sure I can manage that, frankly.
Try gritting your teeth. Look, people matter more than the jobs they do, you know. Ever thought of that one? I have often.
Chris mattered more than the job. Mattered more than my job. Why don't I feel more? I feel as though I should be hurting more. It's odd, that.
Catches up later.
On the way down in the car, I kept thinking, how would I feel in a year's time? Can't even imagine a year's time. Never felt more to stand still. Well, aren't you going to tell me it'll pass? That's what people say, isn't it? Give it time. I'm sorry. I just feel guilty about how angry I am. I'm so bloody angry. You have told me everything about Chris, haven't you? His work, I mean. What he was doing.
I will tell you everything, but do what you have to do first, okay?
Last time I had lobster was a restaurant in Brighton.
All on your own?
Oh, yes.
Poor Nigel.
Would you eat like this all the time?
Only on very special occasions. I owed myself a treat. I felt rotten about standing you up, and then I worked myself into a state over the kids. Oh, gets me in the neck. Muscles lock. Hurts like hell. What causes that, do you think?
Tension.
Really?
It'll be the muscles, all right. I used to manipulate, you see. I was quite good at it.
What was that?
At school. I just took an interest. It's only a knack you pick up.
I don't expect you had many shoulders to deal with, though. Footballers don't go in for that sort of thing, do they? It's tendons and things. I expect you're awfully good at tendons, Nigel.
Just knowing where to push and at the right moment.
Absolutely.
Needless to say, Alyson, I'm very sorry. Chris and I worked together for a long time. He often spoke about you.
Mr. Caines said you knew the hospital to which she was taken.
St. Thomas's.
Right. I think I'd rather like to go now. Thank you, Mr. Bellman. Perhaps we can meet again sometime.
I'll get the car.
No, I'd rather go on my own if you don't mind.
Where will you stay tonight?
Oh, here. Maybe some friends. Oh, don't worry, I'll be fine. You'll lock up when you leave, won't you?
Okay.
Thanks again.
She's standing up well.
Okay, let's have a quick filling of the gaps, shall we? You talk, I'll listen. How did he die, exactly?
You heard about the bombing last night. It was all over the news. Travel agents was taken out and property either side. Lorry packed with explosives was driven in and left. Anyway, nothing to do with us, or so we thought. One for the terrorist boys. Then someone spotted a taxi leaving the scene, going like the clappers. Didn't get the number, of course, but a distinctive sound, they said. So, a hotted-up taxi. Well, we knew about that one. Had done for a while. Pops up all over the place.
It's tied in with what Chris was after?
Seems he saw the ruddy thing. As far as we can piece it together. It's just plain chance. Why he picked up on it, I don't know. Maybe he recognized the driver. We'll never know. But he took them on. They saw him. And he ended up, according to witnesses, wrapping the car around a stationary JCB. Took them 2 hours to cut him out. Not that there was any need to hurry.
And that's it?
For the moment.
Doesn't make that much sense, really, does it?
We've spent weeks on end watching the front doors of houses no one ever visited. We've talked to endless people, the bulk of which hinder more than they help. 9 out of 10 leads get nowhere at all. Nothing makes that much sense, Mr. Caines. It's just plain slog. And every now and again, something like this. As I say, chance. Have you had a look round?
No, I haven't.
You won't mind if I do, then. There may be something Chris has left in writing. Though he did tend to favour the sword rather than the pen. The whole thing turned out to be bigger than we thought, that's the trouble. A classic case of underestimation. We had simple cogs under surveillance and the machine ground on. Still grinds on. Quite a way to go yet. He never spoke to you about it?
Only in general terms.
Cards close to the chest, old Chris. Always had. His strength and his weakness. A lot of it's on your patch, you know.
Yes, I know.
Told you how good that can be, Nigel.
Hot bath would help, probably.
It wouldn't be rum, Nigel. I can only just stretch out on my own.
Darling, I'm home.
Congratulations, darling. You finally managed the unexpected.